In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn your voice into a song with Suno AI Music Generator. First things first, go to Suno, of course. Next, I'm going to go to Create. Once I do, I'm going to go up here to Custom. Now, in Custom, I have a few different, or actually a lot of different options here, but I'm going to go to Audio and then go to Upload or Record. So let's say if I've already recorded a vocal line, I can upload it, or I can record it right in the platform. Let's record it right in the platform. And as you can see down here, 8-minute limit, and typically it has to be longer than 3 seconds. Also, which is good about this, I'm not a good singer. So you don't have to be, right? I want to say that. So I'll just do like a little vocal scouting type thing. It's one of my favorite things to do in terms of making a cool little vocal song. So, boom, 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 nailed it. So let's hear it again. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. So let's save it. There we go. And it's uploading the clip right now. So let's do a cover of it, right? So I'm just going to do cover. It's going to take a second right now as it's uploading the clip. Then we're going to go to continue. So now it's uploaded, right? We have this. Boom, 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 boom. I like how this created this graphic for that. I'm gonna go down here, and I want to make this into an electronic funk house. All right. Next, I'm gonna go to remix, and it's gonna start. See what's gonna happen? I'm not sure exactly. So what I like to do, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, this isn't foolproof, at least not yet. So I like to do typically 4 versions of it, because every single time you hit remix, it creates 2 iterations of the same prompt. In this case, we're technically doing 4 iterations of that prompt. So let's check them out.
A few moments later.
All right, so we have a few different versions now. Have not listened to these yet. I don't know what happened to the 4th one. Maybe it's going to appear in a second. I'm not sure, but let's check it out. So it's interesting. Take the vocal line, turn it into almost like a funky synth. Not gonna lie, okay, nothing crazy. So it's kind of cool that it took the vocal rhythm, copied the melody, and turned it into a song. So it's kind of cool about that. If you want to do, let's say, like an instrumental vocal thing, you can easily do that. Now I'll show you another version, because sometimes when it comes to Suno, it is a bit of the dice roll, like you have no idea what to expect. This is one I did previously when doing actually one of these videos. This is the vocal line here. Very similar to what I did in this video, except you may have noticed on the lyrics for the first time we did this, I put instrumental. This time when I did this, I just put O's as the lyrics. This is an example of what turned into with my vocal, now adding lyrics with just O's. Almost sounds like it put it through like a synth vocoder type thing. Some layers now, right? Super catchy. Kind of skip ahead a little bit. Now we have other kind of almost counter melody vocals, harmonizations with it. Let's hear the other ones too. Oh. Had to go to the drop, right? A lot of layering. You hear how I took the vocal line out of maybe an octave or 2 and then kind of put them together. We have this one as well. Already like a lot of elements. Obviously there's gonna be some similarities between these, but even if I go up, a few other ones. Let's skip ahead to the middle. almost like very vocal synthy, like that kind of like stutter house thing, very vocal choppy, like box type stuff. So it's kind of cool seeing it for each iteration, how it maybe takes its own melody form or structure, you know, like. And what you're noticing is some of these are more similar to my voice. Other ones seem like it took my voice and completely transformed it in a very different way. Ooh. Some random lyrics coming in there too. So it's it is that easy. And I gotta say, you know, when it comes to Suno, as you can tell from these different iterations that I showed you, even when I did this a couple times, you kind of have no idea what to expect. Using an AI music generator anytime, whether it's a prompt, the lyrics, however you use it, it is a roll of the dice. So sometimes, as you saw here, I did create like a bunch of different versions of it in terms of just like doing the, basically sending it to Suno, being like, all right, just create something good. We'll see what happens. So be expected that I think for something like this, it's still, in my opinion, still in the beta stages. It's gotten a lot better though. And as you heard, it's interesting that sometimes, you know, from the first time I showed you it, or the first version that we did when I recorded it live on camera, that version, it kind of took the vocal melody, but transformed it into horns and everything, ran with it. I did put under the lyrics section, you may have noticed it was just instrumental. So it was more of an instrumental representation of it. And then this time, or the second time, the last time I just showed you, it was one I did previously where I said, okay, here are the lyrics were just O's, just O, 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 O. That was the lyrics. And it took my vocals and did all this kind of stuff with it. So it's really interesting. And what's kind of cool about this as well is if, let's say you're somebody who's like, okay, you know what, I want to sing a bunch of lyrics and then have this cover it or something like that, you can do that as well. So there's a lot of different kind of options you have. Within Suno, you can do things like, of course, covering it, extending it, remixing it. There's a lot of features. And obviously on this video, I kind of wanted to show you the bare basics of just how to take any kind of audio recording of you, whether you recorded it previously or you want to do it live, let's say on Suno. I wanted to show you exactly how to do it in real time. It is that quick, that easy. Just keep in mind that sometimes when it comes to Suno, which I think is both good and bad, you have no idea what to expect. But to be honest, that's kind of the fun part.